What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. For this video, we're going to be predicting the New Orleans Saints record like it says in the title, so we'll hop right into it. So starting in week 1, the Saints will be at home playing against the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm going to have to say the Saints lose here. I really don't think the Saints are going to win that many games, to be completely honest, just to throw that out there for people who might be surprised by how poor this record is, but Saints are going to lose this game and drop to 0-1. Alright, and for week 2, the 49ers will be playing, the Saints will be playing the 49ers, and they'll be at home again. And I can't lie, this team, they can't beat the Cardinals. They sure as hell are not beating the 49ers. They're just a very bad team. They have Tyler Shough, I think, as their quarterback. He's like a 26-year-old rookie or something. I just don't really see this team winning any games, really. Like, they might win a game or two, but they're definitely not winning this game. They're going to lose this game and drop to 0-2. Alright, and for week 3, the Saints will be on the road against the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, like I said, they're not going to win this game, and they're just a bad team. I hate beating a dead horse, but the Saints aren't going to win a lot of games, especially not against a team like the Seahawks, so I think are going to be good this year. They're going to lose this game and drop down to 0-3. Alright, and for week 4, we have a pretty hilarious matchup. It's the Saints taking on the Bills. And the Bills are a Super Bowl contender, and the Saints are a number 1 overall pick contender. And I'll put it this way. Let's say you go to the gas station and you buy a lottery ticket. There is more of a likelihood of you winning the jackpot on the lottery than there is of the Saints winning this game. There's no way in hell they are beating the Bills. They're going to lose this game. They might lose by over 50 points, to be completely honest. But point is, they're going to lose this game and drop down to 0-4. Alright, and for week 5, the Saints will be back at home playing against the New York Giants. And what I will say about this game is, I would say so far, this is the first game all year that the Saints, they could win. I mean, there's not a good team. The Giants aren't a good team either, so I could see this game going either way, but I think I'm going to have to give the edge to the Giants here. I mean, the Giants aren't great, but they still have guys like Russell Wilson. They have Tyrone Tracy at running back who could be really good. They have Malik Nabers. They have a very good player on defense by the name of Dexter Lawrence. They drafted Abdul Carter. The point is, I still think the Saints are going to lose this game and drop down to 0-5. Alright, heading to week 6, the Saints will be at home playing against the New England Patriots. Patriots are another team that's rebuilding, and I will say the Patriots do have a young quarterback. They have a relatively young team. But the thing is, I still trust Drake May more than I trust Tyler Shough or whoever's playing. I really don't know if it's going to be him or if it's going to be Spencer Rattler, but whoever it is, I don't trust them more than Drake May. And, I mean, the Patriots also have guys like Stephon Diggs, who they brought in. And I guess the Saints have Chris Olave, but I just don't see Chris Olave getting the ball a whole lot with those quarterbacks. The Patriots have a pretty good defense, too. They have Christian Gonzalez in the back 7. So I still don't think the Saints are going to win this game either. I think they're going to drop down to 0-6. Alright, and heading to week 7, the Saints will be on the road playing against the Chicago Bears. And I know the last few years, the Chicago Bears haven't really been that good just because of bad coaching. And the Bears did get a decent coaching candidate. They got Ben Johnson, who I think is really going to help out their team. And I think because of that, I'm going to have to give the Saints another loss here. I'm going to say they lose this game too and go down to 0-7. Alright, heading to week 8, the Saints will be at home playing their first division matchup, I believe. Yeah, that's right. It'll be against the Bucks. And if you watch my Bucks video, you already know the result of this game, but I'm just going to go through this. I mean, sure, it's a divisional matchup, and divisional matchups tend to be a little more closer than other games because the teams know each other better. But at the same time, it's still the Saints. It's the Saints, led by Tyler Shock or Spencer Rattler or whoever the hell it is. I don't really care. They're still going to lose this game and go down to 0-8. Alright, and heading to week 9, the Saints will be on the road taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And, same old song and dance here. I mean, no one in their right mind is going to pick the Saints to beat the Rams, and myself included in that conversation. Saints have no one. They have, 2 players that are good, and that's it. And that's not going to cut it for an NFL roster. The Rams have a lot more than 2 players on their team that are good, including the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, who could probably beat the Saints all by himself because of how bad their roster is. So I'm going to say the Saints lose this game and drop down to 0-9. Alright, and for week 10, the Saints will be playing their first matchup against the Panthers. It'll be on the road. And this one, I don't know, this one could be close just because the Panthers aren't as good as the Bucks, and the Bucks, I mentioned that one wasn't really going to be close, but this one could. I mean, it has the opportunity to. But at the same time, Panthers have an up-and-coming quarterback in Bryce Young. They have an improved roster from last year. And the Saints have a worse roster from last year, which was already pretty bad. The Saints and Panthers had the same record. So, I mean, yeah, the Panthers are obviously better than the Saints in that situation because they got better and the Saints got worse. So the Saints, I think they're going to lose this game and go down to 0-10. And week 11 is the Saints bye week, sitting at 0-10, probably already mathematically eliminated from the playoffs if we're being honest. But we got to go through the rest of these games because that's only fair. Alright, and for week 12, the Saints will be at home against the Atlanta Falcons. And I just feel like in this game, this is a game where Bijan Robinson will run for lots of yards because the Saints are the Saints and Bijan is Bijan. And I could see Michael Penix having a career day. Falcons are going to have a field day. The Saints are a terrible team, and the Falcons are, I wouldn't say they're a great team, but they're a hell of a lot better than the Saints. So I think the Saints are going to lose this game and go down to 0-11. Alright, and heading to week 13, the Saints will be playing against the Miami Dolphins on the road. And mark my words, this will be the first ever 300-yard game from a wide receiver. It's going to be either Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle because the Saints suck and the Dolphins got a lot of speed on that side of the ball. And it's going to be one of the craziest games you'll ever see, possibly crazier than that 70-20 game. So we'll see what happens, but whatever happens, Dolphins are going to be victorious and give the Saints their 12th loss and drop them down to 0-12. Alright, and heading to week 14, the Saints will be playing on the road against the Bucks. This will be the second matchup against the Bucks. And to tell you the truth, I see more of the same from the first matchup. I don't see why it would be any different. I guess barring some kind of crazy injury, but I'm not going to try and predict that. So, I mean, Saints are going to lose, and they're going to drop to 0-13. Alright, heading to week 15, the Saints will be at home playing against the Panthers for the second time. And, I mean, could be a game. Could not be a game. We'll have to see what happens. But whatever happens, I think the Panthers are going to win. I just don't trust the Saints, as I've mentioned before. And I don't see why I should just trust them now if I couldn't trust them earlier. I mean, they're just the Saints. They're going to suck. They're going to be the worst team this year. And I think they're going to lose this game and go down to 0-14. Alright, and heading to week 16, the Saints will be at home playing against the New York Jets. And could this be the Saints' first victory of the season? I don't know. We'll have to talk through it. But here's how I see it. The Jets seem to be the one team this year that I feel like could honestly lose to the Saints. Because as I've mentioned before, the Saints are a really fucking terrible team. So they're not going to really beat anybody. But if they play against the New York Jets, the Jets are notoriously self-destructive. I think the Jets are going to hand the Saints a victory. And it's going to be kind of weird, but it's going to happen. And the Saints are going to get their first victory, and everyone's going to celebrate like it's some kind of big deal or something. But point is, they're going to get their first victory this season and go to 1-14. Alright, and heading to week 17, the Saints will be playing on the road against the Tennessee Titans. And could the Saints win 2 in a row? Could they? Sure, but I already said the Titans would win in the Titans video. And the Titans are at home. And I feel like at this point in the season, Cam Ward's going to start to feel a little more comfortable at the NFL level. So that's not really going well for the Saints. And I think they're going to lose this game and go down to 1-15. And ending their season, the Saints will be playing on the road against the Atlanta Falcons. And it's similar to the first game. I mean, I really don't trust the Saints to be able to stop Bijan Robinson or Drake London for that matter. I guess I didn't really mention him in the first game. I feel like Michael Penix Jr., he'll be more comfortable at the NFL level. I know he's not a rookie, but he only played like 3 games last season. So I think he's going to have a really good game here. So I think the Saints are going to lose this and have a final record of 1-16. And there you have it, 1-16. That's obviously going to be last in any division that you're in. But what it comes down to is the Saints have damn near no strengths on their roster. Like none. They have, one good wide receiver on offense? I guess Alvin Kamara is decent. But it's like, they have no quarterback. They have essentially no defense because they don't have Marshawn Lattimore anymore. And the only 2 guys I can think of on that side of the ball are Demario Davis and, what's the guy's name? Cameron Jordan. So it's like they just have nothing to work with aside from those guys. And I don't think those guys are going to be enough to get this team a lot of wins. So, yeah, 1-16 is what we're getting to. And I guess if there's any silver lining for Saints fans, if they're somehow still watching this video, they might hate me after this. But, I mean, hey, number 1 overall pick. And it's the Arch Manning year. So we'll see if that happens. We'll see if they are actually the worst team. Because, spoiler alert, this will be the worst record out of any team that I do so far. But yeah, that's going to do it. And if you're still watching, I appreciate you. I know this one kind of wasn't the best because 1-16 is not exactly, anything I can hype up or anything. And I mean, I try not to be negative when it comes to, talking about teams, but it's like with the Saints, I kind of had no choice. So yeah, that's going to do it. If you're still watching and you haven't clicked off yet, I appreciate it. I already said that, but I said it again, because why not? But yeah, I'll see y'all later in my Buffalo Bills prediction video. It'll be either out later today or tomorrow. So have a great day and peace out.